Did you know frozen food in your fridge could raise your risk of cancer and dementia after 70? Most people believe frozen food is safe, convenient, and even healthy, but the truth is more complicated. What doctors have discovered is that many of the frozen items are loaded with hidden dangers that can slowly damage the brain and body. This video is not about exotic or unusual products. It is about 6 frozen foods that are surprisingly common in American homes. Foods that look harmless, but may be quietly raising your risk of serious disease. Some of these items might even be in your freezer right now, and you may have eaten them without ever thinking twice. The good news is that once you know what they are and why they matter, you can make simple changes that protect your health, extend your independence, and give you more energy to enjoy life. By the end of this video, you will understand how these 6 everyday frozen foods affect the body, why they are especially dangerous after the age of 70, and what you can do instead to stay safe. Stay tuned until the end, because the most surprising frozen food on this list is one you probably thought was healthy, but doctors warn it could be quietly harming you. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Frozen berries with added sugar. At first glance, a bag of frozen berries seems like one of the healthiest things you could keep in your freezer. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they are filled with vitamins, antioxidants, and flavor. But many frozen berry packs, especially the ones with syrups or sweeteners already added, are far from harmless. The hidden sugar and preservatives can quietly fuel inflammation in the body, which is one of the key drivers of both cancer and dementia. Think about 2 women, Linda and Patricia, both 74 years old. Linda buys plain frozen berries with no added sugar and uses them in oatmeal or smoothies. She feels energized, her weight is steady, and her doctor is always impressed with her blood work. Patricia, on the other hand, chooses the sweetened versions because she likes the taste and assumes fruit is always healthy. Over time, the added sugar leads to higher blood pressure, more weight gain around the belly, and more fatigue after meals. What she does not realize is that these added sugars are feeding the very processes in the body that increase cancer risk and accelerate cognitive decline. Your body after 70 is less able to handle sudden spikes in blood sugar, and those changes can directly affect how your brain functions. The good news is that this is an easy fix. Always check the label and choose berries that say unsweetened or no sugar added. If you find that your berries taste bland, add a sprinkle of cinnamon or a few nuts instead of relying on syrup. The natural sweetness of fruit is enough. This small change can protect your brain, reduce inflammation, and still let you enjoy the foods you love without the hidden dangers. Pay attention to what is written on that frozen bag, because the difference between plain fruit and sugar-coated fruit may be the difference between protecting your brain and quietly harming it. Number 2. Frozen fish sticks and breaded seafood. For many families, fish sticks or breaded shrimp feel like a quick and easy way to get seafood on the table. They look simple and safe, but beneath that golden coating is a combination of trans fats, additives, and refined oils that can slowly wear down the heart and brain. Take 2 men, Charles and Edward, both in their late 70s. Charles buys plain frozen salmon fillets, seasons them lightly, and bakes them for dinner. His cholesterol levels stay steady, his mind is sharp, and his doctor encourages him to keep doing what he's doing. Edward, however, has relied on frozen fish sticks for years because they are convenient and remind him of meals he once shared with his children. The breading is tasty, but it is also fried in oils that are linked to inflammation and artery damage. Over time, Edward begins to notice that his memory is not as strong as it once was. His blood pressure creeps upward, and his energy fades. What seems like a harmless comfort food is actually raising his risk of both dementia and cancer. The problem is not the fish itself, It is the processing, the frying oils, and the preservatives used to keep it shelf-stable for months. After 70, the body's defenses are not as strong, and every hidden chemical has a bigger impact. The solution is to keep seafood simple. Choose plain frozen fish, add your own seasonings, and cook it in healthy oils. If you want the crunch, coat it lightly with oats or whole grain crumbs at home, where you control the ingredients. Your body and brain will thank you. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Microwavable frozen rice bowls. At first, a frozen rice bowl might seem harmless, even convenient. Many older adults keep them in the freezer for nights when cooking feels like too much work. But these bowls are often loaded with sodium, hidden sauces, and flavor enhancers that silently put stress on your heart and brain. Think of 2 women, Dorothy and Helen, both in their early 80s. Dorothy prepares her own simple rice at home, freezing small portions of plain brown rice to reheat later. When she eats, her meals are balanced, her blood pressure stays in a safe range, and her memory remains sharp. Helen, on the other hand, often chooses ready-made frozen rice bowls because she believes they are portion-controlled and practical. What she does not realize is that one bowl can carry nearly an entire day's worth of sodium, plus additives like MSG that may worsen memory issues. Over time, Helen begins to notice that her ankles swell, her sleep is restless, and she struggles with occasional brain fog. The convenience of frozen bowls is costing her more than she ever expected. After 70, your kidneys and cardiovascular system are more sensitive, and too much salt raises the risk of stroke, dementia, and heart disease. The good news is you do not have to give up easy meals. You can cook rice in larger batches, freeze plain servings, and then add fresh vegetables or lean proteins later. This way, you know exactly what is going into your food, and you avoid the dangerous sodium trap. Ask yourself, are the quick meals in your freezer supporting your health, or slowly stealing it away? The choice may be as simple as taking a few extra minutes to prepare your own frozen staples. Number 4. Frozen pies and breakfast pastries. Few things feel more comforting than a warm slice of pie or a flaky pastry with your morning coffee. Many older adults keep frozen pies, turnovers, or breakfast pastries on hand, thinking of them as small treats. But what hides inside these frozen baked goods is a mix of refined carbohydrates, unhealthy oils, and preservatives that can quietly speed up both aging and disease. Imagine 2 men, George and Raymond, both in their 70s. George enjoys baking simple pies at home, using whole grain crusts and fresh fruit. He limits his sugar, uses healthy fats, and shares his treats with friends. Raymond, however, often turns to frozen pastries because they are quick and ready in minutes. What he doesn't realize is that the refined flour spikes his blood sugar, the hydrogenated oils stiffen his arteries, and the preservatives linger in his body, damaging cells over time. Slowly, Raymond finds himself gaining weight around his middle, struggling with sluggish mornings, and facing memory lapses that worry his family. Scientists have long connected diets heavy in refined carbohydrates and unhealthy fats to higher risks of cancer and dementia, especially in older adults whose metabolism is already slowing down. But there is a solution. If you crave something sweet, make your own simple treats at home with healthier ingredients, or choose fresh fruit with a dollop of yogurt. Save the frozen pastries for rare occasions, not weekly habits. The comfort you feel from them is temporary, but the damage can last for years. Think carefully about what is in your freezer, because every small choice adds up to either more years of health or more risk of decline. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Frozen soups and stews. A carton or bag of frozen soup can feel like the perfect comfort on a chilly evening. Many seniors keep them in the freezer, believing they are nourishing and gentle on the stomach. But most frozen soups and stews sold in stores are packed with hidden salt, MSG, and stabilizers that slowly chip away at brain health. Consider two women, Alice and Betty, both in their 70s. Alice makes her own chicken and vegetable soup at home, freezes it in small containers, and reheats it when she needs a quick meal. Each bowl is rich with nutrients, low in salt, and satisfying without the chemicals. Betty, however, often buys frozen soups because they seem healthy and save her time. What she doesn't realize is that these soups often contain nearly double the sodium of a homemade version, plus flavor enhancers like MSG that have been linked to memory problems and confusion in older adults. Over time, Betty notices that she feels bloated, her rings fit tighter, and she struggles to recall simple details during conversations. The warm comfort she thought she was getting is slowly costing her clarity and strength. After 70, the body is far more sensitive to sodium and additives, and what once seemed harmless can now accelerate decline. The good news is that soup is one of the easiest meals to prepare in bulk and freeze safely. By making your own with fresh vegetables, lean proteins and herbs, you gain control over every ingredient. Ask yourself, when you pull that container of soup from your freezer, is it truly nourishing you, or is it quietly adding stress to your heart and brain? By choosing the first option, you protect not just your health today, but also the memories and independence you want to keep tomorrow. Number 6. Frozen smoothies and health shakes. When people see frozen smoothie packs or pre-made health shakes, they often assume these are the perfect shortcut to nutrition. After all, the packaging shows fruits, vegetables, and promises of energy, but many of these frozen products are far from natural. They often contain artificial sweeteners, emulsifiers, and thickeners that quietly disrupt the gut and in turn the brain. Picture two men, Thomas and Harold, both in their early 80s. Thomas buys plain frozen fruit, blends it with spinach and yogurt, and enjoys a simple fresh smoothie. His digestion stays steady, his weight remains healthy, and he feels mentally sharp. Harold, on the other hand, picks up branded frozen smoothie packs, convinced that the marketing means they are the healthier option. Over time, the artificial sweeteners upset his digestion, the emulsifiers alter his gut bacteria, and slowly his memory and mood begin to change. What he does not realize is that the gut and brain are deeply connected, and when one is out of balance, the other suffers. Doctors are now warning that these additives, though small in dose, add up when consumed regularly, especially in seniors. Instead of relying on pre-made packs, choose whole ingredients and make your own combinations at home. It takes only a few minutes, and you control exactly what goes into your body. Your brain depends on that care. Ask yourself, are those frozen shakes really giving you life or quietly taking it away? The choice is in your hands, and every step toward natural, unprocessed foods is a step toward protecting your memory and independence. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. Now that you know these 6 unexpected frozen foods, it is time to take a closer look at your own freezer. Are you storing items that seem harmless but are quietly adding to your risk of cancer and dementia? The surprising truth is that it is often the everyday foods, sweetened berries, breaded fish, ready-made rice bowls, pastries, soups, and even smoothie packs that can slowly erode your health after 70. The good news is that your future is not set in stone. Most of these dangers can be reduced simply by choosing plainer versions, avoiding unnecessary additives, and preparing simple foods at home where you control the ingredients. Your walking speed, your memory, your independence, all of these can be protected by paying attention to what you eat each day. Think of it this way: your freezer can either be a source of strength or a hidden risk. The choice depends on what you decide to put inside. If you have recognized some of these foods in your own home, do not panic, but also do not ignore it. Take one step at a time. Replace the sweetened berries with plain ones. Trade the fish sticks for plain fillets. Swap out the processed bowls for your own frozen rice portions. Each small change adds up, building a future where you feel sharper, stronger, and more in control of your life. Longevity is not only about adding years, it is about adding quality to those years. Protecting your brain and body means you can stay independent longer, enjoy time with your family, and live with dignity and confidence. You are never too old to make a better choice for yourself. The power is in your hands, and the time to act is now. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.